I must admit, this is way more fun than I anticipated. If you don't believe me, try it yourself. I mean, go in the forest and search for your favorite leaves. I've set myself a challenge. In order to get the creative juices flowing, I need to limit myself in a creative way, if that makes sense. I need to go simple as possible, and see where it takes me. And that's why I decided I should go for the simplest thing you can find in the forest. And that is all this thing that I'm surrounded by. And in particular, the humble leaf. I don't have many expectations, but I trust that my creativity will save me. The best part about being in the woods is that I can choose any area I want, since there are millions of my painting subjects. Like this one right here. I don't know why, but I would love to have it somewhat pointing up. It has this dynamic shape to it, look, compared to something flat like that. So I'm looking for twisty, bendy shapes in the leaves. I really prefer the oak leaf, since it has this almost like finger shape to it, like a hand, different to the, what's this, how do you call it? Now birch, you call it? Exactly. We'll be looking around here, see what I can find. I want it bendy because there is a sort of dynamism. Is that a word? The shape is more dynamic and the composition can be more harmonious. Thinking of a circular composition. See, it's so flat, but they're really beautiful. They have these so twisty, bendy ones. They're funky. Yes, this one's even better. And up. There we go. Look at this. What about a broken one? Broken ones can be cool as well. There's another bendy one. Oh man. I hope I don't look insane, even though I'm pretty convinced that I do. But bear with me. I know my brain, and I know that this somehow will be worth it. I knew it will not be as easy as I thought. I mean, I can pick any leaf in this whole forest, but I decided I need to walk around until I find the perfect one. Can you find a perfect leaf? I don't know, but we'll find out. Come on, bendy. You know what? I have a better idea. Why don't I just stick to the bundle of leaves that I found? Let me show you. These should be enough. They're bendy and exactly how I wanted them when I found them. Good to be chilling. Here we have this pouch right here with handmade watercolor notepad, sketch pad, and a pencil. There are advantages and disadvantages to setting up your studio in the forest. Rain being a major disadvantage if you're painting in the wild. I got a bit soaked, but I managed to save the dry leaves, brought them back home, and I'll continue sketching indoors. I had this entire spiel on simplicity and appreciating nature I wanted to tell you, but instead I decided to also keep it simple and recite a poem. A poem that I find is really adequate for the thing I'm trying to portray in this video. It's an excerpt from the poem book called Suzie Bitner Was Afraid of the Drain by Barbara Vance. The poem is called Two Gibbons Reach for the Moon. I think the source of inspiration for this, for the author, was this really beautiful Zen painting, super simple, of two gibbons hanging out from a branch and trying to catch the moon in the reflection of the river. But here goes the poem. There once were two gibbons, high up in a tree, who stared out before them, and what did they see? Not the fields, nor the haystacks, the June bugs in June. No, the gibbons instead fixed their eyes on the moon. How delicious, they cry, such a round, perfect sphere. Let's reach out and snatch it, for it looks very near. So one gibbon swung down, for the moon hung quite low, and he stretched and he strained, far as his arms would go. But try as he might, it avoided his grasp, and he wiped at his brow, and then said with a gasp, "It's just slightly too far, just a hair, just a bit. I'm sure if you help me, we two could reach it." So forming a chain, one ape hung from the other, and lunged once again as he clung to his brother. It is just a smidge far, just a sliver, a tad. Let us find one more friend, and it won't be so bad. So the two became three, became four, became 10, but the moon seemed to skirt off again and again. Still the gibbons keep trying, they strain in the dark, and each time they find they are shy of the mark. They gather in daylight and rest when it's noon, but once nighttime comes, they all reach for the moon. Isn't it such a beautiful poem? So simple, and especially the last verse, it strikes a chord, man, with me. When the nighttime comes, we all stretch for the moon. Ooh. Thank you for watching. Until next time, peace.